3, 2, 1, let's go!
Hello Australia, right around the country here on Foxtel and on demand on YouTube. This is The Scene. It's about great Australian and West Australian music. My name is Blake Williams. Hello. It's all thanks to our sponsors at Sorrento Strategic Accounting. And of course, we can't do it without our mates at Morley Sound Centre and Atomic Beer as well. If you are watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss an episode of the show. Now, tonight, he was raised in Sydney. He came to Perth. He lived over in LA as well. He was trained at the Western Australian Academy of Performing Arts. You are going to love the sound. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up in the studio for Charlie-Moon Meader.
I'm lost and I wanna go home, but I don't know, say where's my home. You tell me which way to go, which road I was supposed to follow. I hear this thing calling me from far away. I hear it calling, say every day. It's like it's calling, say my name, but I can't see its face. Would you point me in that right direction? Cause this energy needs some attention. I just need a little bit of advice. Can you help me, baby? That would be nice. I'll pack up my bags, I'll go right now. There's something out there I need to find out. Is this what they really call my home? Yeah. I'm lost and I wanna go home, but I don't know, say where's my home. You tell me which way to go and which road I'm supposed to follow. I'm lost and I wanna go home. I don't know, say where's my home. Like, you tell me which way to go and which road I'm supposed to follow. So let me be free from the ways of the world and let me flee to the arms of my girl. Sometimes I wish I could just be like free from this life with so much pressure to what perform it alright. Action got so much traction these days, but money not love being the only way to pay. Most of us don't even know how to care. We put one foot in front of the other like we ain't even here. I'll pack up my bags, I'll go right now. There's something out there I need to find out. Is this one they really call my home? Yeah. I'm lost and I wanna go home, but I don't know, say where's my home. You tell me which way to go and which road I'm supposed to follow. Like, I'm lost and I wanna go home, I don't know, say where's my home. You tell me which way to go and which road I'm supposed to follow. Go on, Benny. Give my hand, say like, I'm lost and I wanna go home, but I don't know, say where's my home. You tell me which way to go and which road I'm supposed to follow. Like, I'm lost and I wanna go home, but I don't know, say where's my home. You tell me which way to go and which road like I'm supposed to follow. Like, oh, won't you let me go home? Baby, oh, won't you let me go home? Baby, oh, won't you let me go home? Yeah, won't you let me go home? Like, baby, oh, won't you let me go home? Baby, oh, won't you let me go home? Won't you let me go home, baby? Won't you let me go home, baby? Won't you let me go home? This is the scene.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wow.
Welcome back to the scene
Very
right
nice.
around Australia here on Foxtel. Maybe you're watching us on demand on YouTube. Welcome, Charlie-Moon Meader.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. Hello.
Mate, you sound amazing. The band sounds amazing. You are the best dressed person we've ever had on this show.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you.
It's all up to a really good start. Let's talk a little bit about you and about the brand new music and kind of what's
sure.
going on with you. Born in Sydney, moved to Perth, moved to LA to study or to practice and do music as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, studied at Whopper. There's kind of a lot going on in your story. Let's go all the way back to the start, though.
All the way back. Okay. Well,
Very first musical memory. Can you take me back there?
Yeah. So when I was, since I've been a little boy, my father's run choirs every week, and I remember some of the first sessions they ever did. They didn't have anywhere to rehearse yet, so they had a choir in our kitchen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember in our house in Hamilton Hill, we had a choir in the kitchen practicing. I just remember that quite fondly. Yeah.
Wow. How old were you then?
Maybe 5 or something like that. And it's just this kind of memory, just a memory I have in my head.
Did you get a love for vocals through that process?
Yeah, I kind of got a love through vocals through that process, and for a long time I didn't want to let anyone know I sung because both my parents are artists and musicians, and it's like, oh, I don't know if I should make a noise. They're going to be very critical. And then I remember I was singing in my mum's house one day, and she went, "Was that you singing?" And I went, "Yeah." And she goes, "That was kind of good." So yeah.
And it's just gone on from there. And you've got such a great tone to your voice. I want to talk about your voice in just a moment. When, though, did you decide that music is what you're going to do? You know, hearing it at 5 years of age in the kitchen is one thing, but then making that decision to go, well, I'm going to go to uni, I'm going to try this for my life. When was that?
Yeah, so I remember it actually quite distinctively. I was doing an acting course in high school at Whopper, just one of the summer programs they have. And I was sitting in the class there, and we were waiting for something. And out in the hallway, there was these 2 people singing. And it was just this thing that kind of called to me and went, "Hey, man, you got to do that." And I went, "Yeah, okay." It just felt like this calling, a pull that I had to go and follow.
And you just went with it?
Yeah, went with it, man. And I think if you go with the things that you love, it's always good.
Absolutely, until you get into the COVID land and there's no work for 2 years.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about that, shall we? Was there ever a backup plan, or did you think about a backup plan, or just threw yourself all the way into it?
I mean, with these kind of things, I guess the creative industry, you've got to throw yourself all the way in. I think that to give it a full go and a full chance of doing something with that, you have to try.
Yeah, absolutely. Your voice, though, so a bit of JT, a bit of Stevie, you can hear all this stuff in there. Sinatra, Bublé with the kind of crooning thing.
Yeah.
What attracts you to those sounds?
I think if you look at starting with the jazz background, they've got a lot of full resonance. They're really rich voices, really kind of full voices to listen to, and then you kind of move into more of the soul, the R&B, the Motown, and they've got this kind of this energy and this emotion to their singing, and it's kind of like you take and pick from each section of the music you like and go, I'm going to take a piece here, I'm going to take a piece here, I'm going to take a piece here, I'm going to take a piece, and then I'm going to try and put this all together and see what it sounds like.
Well, that's exactly what you've done, because you've got a really identifiable sound. And it's hard to go the sensibilities of jazz, the control of jazz, the chord extensions, but also throw in the power and the grit that you do have. Did you have to work a lot at creating and developing that tone? Yeah,
I mean, I did. So for a lot of years, I did a lot of singing lessons. I got taught operatic technique, which helps you to kind of breathe and give it a bit more of a punch. And you kind of just piece the things together over the years by doing a lot of shows and going, maybe I could try this here, or try to hit this here and see what happens. And you hit it and you go, oh, that was really interesting, let me try that again. You can't doing that more, and you start to develop your voice that way. That's the way that I found.
Well, and it certainly worked. You've really developed it, and it's very distinctive. Like, you know, in the first couple of moments that it's your voice.
Yeah, because I think that a lot of people tend to try and be like, okay, I'm a sound exactly like Justin Timberlake, or I'm a sound exactly like, I don't know, Bruno Mars. And me, I went, okay, I really like these artists, and let's study the things that they do and the way they deliver things. But at the end of the day, I just want to be me, man.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. And getting that mimicry takes you a certain way to learn the vocabulary that they've got, and then you develop your own thing, and then you're absolutely nailing it. Let's talk about songwriting, because you started songwriting at age 15?
Yeah, kind of age 14, 15. I was writing in my bedroom, you know, every day after school, writing on a laptop with a really bad headphones with a terrible, just absolute terrible microphone on the side. Kind of like the worst version of this setup here that we have. You're like, what can I get from $5 from Officeworks, you know?
That's where we got these from.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
really.
And yeah, I've been doing that. I remember bringing it to my parents, and I think I knew it was working because I played my mama song, and she started crying, and I went, well, looks like I'm doing
Either
okay.
really good or really bad.
Really bad, yeah.
No, but you're writing some really cool stuff. I mean, now when you sit down to write, is it sit at the keyboard? Do you work that way? Do you work lyrics first, melody first? How do you put it together?
I think it can be anything. I mean, if you look into my phone, I've just got hundreds and hundreds of sound recordings from an idea that I'll have while I'm driving, and you want to record it and come up with later, or you think of some lyrics while you're out, or you'll just hear a melody, and there's all like different ways to approach a song, and it's kind of fun to try different ways of building something.
Okay, so never the same thing.
Never the same.
Whatever works for that particular song.
Yeah.
You guys had a gig last Friday. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But let's talk about live v studio work. What do you prefer, getting out there playing the stuff, or spending all that time in the studio creating it?
I think both are fantastic. You know, it's super awesome to be in a studio and create with yourself or with other artists, and then also being in a live setting. And the difference to me with a live setting and a studio one is you get to interact with a crowd like these guys who are fantastic this evening, and you get to feed off them and they feed off of you, and you kind of start building the energy of a gig, and then it can turn into something really magical.
Well, let's talk about the show last Friday.
Yeah.
You guys are going to get up and do another song in just a moment.
Yeah.
But how was it? It was the launch for the single?
Yeah, so I did a launch called Party With You single. That's just come out on Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, everything. If you want to check it out. It's live now everywhere.
You're straight into the hustle. I love that. Straight down the camera lens as well.
Always plug.
How was the gig last week?
It was great. I mean, I know we're living through some very interesting times. We had, the place was as full as it can be with the capacities we have, and the crowd were really nice and lovely, you know, and everyone seemed to really enjoy it, which is fantastic.
Absolutely. Now, you did go to LA a few years ago. What did you go there for?
So I went there kind of a couple years in a row to look at the music scene and meet local people, and I went to open mic nights, I went to jams, I went to gigs, and just got to know everyone.
How did you find the scene over there? Very different, obviously, to Perth.
It was very different. It's very expanded, and there's lots of different pockets of scene. There's not just one scene. There's a R&B scene, there's a hip-hop scene, there's a rock scene, and there's a jazz scene, and you kind of got to pick and choose what you do, which is great, though.
Would you go back there post-COVID?
Yeah, I think it's an amazing place for music. I mean, I was at a jam, and half of Stevie Wonder's band was there.
Are you serious?
Which was incredible. And I'm like, who's these guys? Oh, that's Stevie Wonder's this and that. And you're like, what? This never happens in Perth, man.
Unless you go to the Ellington 10 years ago.
Well, I mean, still now you get some great musicians in Ellington, and I think that, you know, one of the great things that I saw from going to different places in the world and doing music, we actually have tremendously talented musicians and artists here in Perth.
Absolutely, 100%. It's crazy to, you know, when it's hard to talk in COVID land when, you know, things existed outside of it, but outside of it, you know, you travel anywhere in the world and you would go, I went to uni with them. They studied at Whopper. You know, they're you know, doing amazing things around the planet. It's so cool. Now, Suze is in our Atomic Bar. Suze is our floor manager, but she loves to throw in hairy questions. We don't know where the questions are going to go, in fact. Ooh. Suze, did you have a question for Charlie?
I do. So my question this week is, if there was any one stage that you could perform on anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Ooh, one stage.
One stage.
Other than the scene in the back lot of Morley.
I think through seeing a lot of video footage and live concerts and musicians kind of get to the pinnacle. I remember one day, you know, playing somewhere like Madison Square Garden. I know that's quite ambitious of myself, but you just see concerts and people are just out there all vibing to the music in this huge huge venue, and that to me just looks beyond incredible.
I mean, that would be the pinnacle, right?
Yeah.
Please give it up for Charlie-Moon Meader, everybody.
Thank you.
He writes amazing music. You guys are going to get back up and do one more song.
Yeah, I just like to say a big thanks to my band today. We've got Adam Springhetti on bass, Ryan Dawn on drums, and Ben Griffith on guitar. Fantastic, guys.
They are an amazing band, right? We're going to get another treat and catch them live. If you want to see you online, what's the best place? Your handle on social media?
Charlie-Moon Meader on everything.
Charlie-Moon Meader on everything. A very short break right here on Foxtel around the country. When we return, Charlie-Moon Meader and the band live right here on the scene. Back in a moment.
Thank you. Yeah, let's go.
This is the scene. I got that money, yeah. I got that money on my mind. I think about money, yeah. I think about it all the time. I had a dream that my hands were full of gold. I had a dream money was falling from the sky. And in that dream I had money till I'm old. But when I woke that dream was a lie. Oh, I'm searching, I'm trying to find it. Feels like I'm running out of time. All that money, where'd you hide it? I swear one day it will be mine. I got that money, yeah. I got that money on my mind. I think about money, yeah. I think about it all the time. But when I'm awake, it's not the same. My hands are empty, just holding time. Is this a mistake? 'Cause I want that money, and I'll chase it to the end of the line, Oh, I'm searching, I'm trying to find it. Feels like I'm running, oh yeah, out of time. All that money, where'd you hide it? I swear one day it will be mine. I got that money, yeah. I got that money on my mind. I think about money, yeah. I think about it all the time. I got that money, yeah. I got that money on my mind. I think about money, yeah. I think about it all the time, yeah.
Charlie-Moon Meader. How good was that? Sounded so amazing, right? This is The Scene. It's all about great Australian and West Australian music. You can check us out online at The Scene Music TV. Next week, we're going back to the 70s a little bit. Delilah Rose here on The Scene. See you next week. Thank you.